My beloved child, there is power in the name you call upon Jesus. It is not just a name. It is the breath of heaven, the echo of eternity, the sound that stirs angels and stills storms. When you whisper it with reverence, you draw near to me. When you call upon it in love, you invite my presence to dwell with you. This name Jesus embodies everything. I am grace, truth, mercy, righteousness, and victory. In my name, you find access to the throne of heaven and the heartbeat of your Father. You live in a world where my name is often misused, thrown about in moments of anger or frustration, turned into a mere exclamation or empty word. This wounds me deeply, for my name is sacred. It is not a word for pain or offense, but a vessel of power and redemption. It is the name that bore every sorrow on the cross, that rose with power from the grave, and now lives eternally to intercede for you. My child, I long for you to know the weight and wonder of my name. Speak it not with carelessness, but with devotion, for every time you say it, with faith you proclaim the presence of the one who saved you. Let the name Jesus become your anthem in moments of peace and your shield in moments of trouble. Let it rise from your lips like a song in the morning, like a prayer in the night. Let it carry your joy, your needs, your gratitude. When you say my name, I am there closer than your breath, stronger than your fear, more faithful than the rising sun. You are never alone when my name rests on your tongue. Speak it in your loneliness and feel comfort. Speak it in your confusion and receive clarity. Speak it in your pain and feel the healing begin. To exalt my name is to rejoice in what I have done for you. It is to celebrate the righteousness that is now yours, not because of your merit, but because of my sacrifice. Do you remember the words I cried out upon the cross? It is finished. With those 3 words, I declared war against the darkness and claimed eternal victory for you. Sin lost its grip. Death lost its sting. The veil tore, and the way to the Father was opened once and for all. The heavens rejoiced. The curse was broken. And you, my child, were set free. This victory is not a distant story. It is your inheritance. Because of what I have done, you are now clothed in my righteousness, a robe not made of fabric, but of holiness and salvation. Wear it not with pride in yourself, but with joy in me. Walk tall, beloved, not because of your strength, but because of the strength of the one who covers you. The enemy cannot accuse what I have redeemed. The past cannot haunt what I have forgiven. The future is not uncertain when I hold it in my hands. Every time you call my name, you affirm that victory again. Every time you speak, Jesus, heaven leans close and hell trembles. My child, you are marked by my name. You belong to me. Let that name guide your thoughts, direct your speech, shape your choices. Let it be your comfort, your courage, your calling. Your mind may wander, your heart may grow weary, but the name of Jesus is a steady anchor. Let it be the rhythm of your breath and the banner over your life. Speak it over your family. Whisper it over your fears. Shout it in your praise. Pray it through your pain. My name is not magic, but it is mighty. Not superstition, but supernatural. It is the name that saves, heals, restores, and reigns forever. No other name in heaven or on earth carries such authority, such intimacy, such love. Even the mention of my name with sincerity can change the atmosphere, calm the storm, and call angels to attention. So today, remember this: you are a carrier of my name, and in my name there is always hope, always grace, always victory. When the world grows loud and the noise of doubt rises, speak my name. When anxiety tightens your chest, speak my name. When joy overflows and you have no words, speak my name. I will meet you in that holy place where your heart opens and my spirit fills. Let your spirit awaken to the majesty of this truth. My name is a wellspring of life for your soul. It is the key that opens every locked door, the banner that flies over your battles, and the anchor that secures you through the fiercest storm. When darkness whispers lies, let my name silence them. When weariness overtakes your soul, let my name breathe strength into you. Each syllable of my name carries the legacy of my love for you. It bears the memory of the cross, the miracle of the resurrection, and the promise of my return. My name is not a distant sound. It is your closest help, your strongest refuge. When you declare it, all of heaven recognizes the authority by which you stand. And so, my child, do not let this world dull your reverence. Do not let routine make you forget the holiness of what you carry. You have been given a treasure far greater than gold, the ability to call upon me and know that I hear. Let the name Jesus be the center of your worship, the foundation of your courage, and the anthem of your days. Walk forward in the power of this truth. Let your life be a song of honor to my name. And as you honor me, I will lift you up. As you call upon me, I will draw near. As you speak my name, I will surround you with my presence. Let the name of Jesus forever be on your lips, in your heart, and over your life. My beloved child, you have been clothed in righteousness, not as a reward for your deeds, but as a gift of my mercy. This robe that covers you is not woven by human hands, but by the sacrifice of my Son. It is the garment of salvation, the mantle of holiness, the mark of my covenant upon your life. Wear it not with fear of failure, but with reverence, gratitude, and boldness. You are not naked before the world. You are robed in divine favor. When you walk through life with the understanding that you are wrapped in righteousness, your posture changes. You no longer shrink back in shame. You stand with a quiet confidence, not in yourself, but in me. The enemy will try to remind you of your past, whisper accusations into your ear, and replay moments of weakness. But my righteousness is not fragile. It is unbreakable, eternal, and pure. It does not fade when you falter. It remains steadfast because it is based not on your record, but on my finished work. I have called you to the heights, not just to climb mountains of influence or success, but to dwell on high places of vision, understanding, and spiritual clarity. The heights represent my calling on your life, the elevation of your thoughts, and the place where you see things as I do. Do not be afraid of these heights. I have equipped you to handle the responsibility that comes with them. With greater blessing comes greater weight, but I am your strength. There will be seasons when you feel unworthy of the calling I have placed upon you. You may doubt whether you can remain faithful, whether your footing is secure. In those moments, remember, it is not your grip that keeps you steady. It is mine. I am the rock beneath your feet, the truth that supports your soul, the hand that steadies you when the wind howls. The world may shift, but my righteousness within you is immovable. Stand firm, beloved, not arrogantly, but assuredly. You are not a reed swaying in the wind. You are an oak of righteousness, planted by my hand, rooted in grace. Gird yourself, with the belt of truth. Let my word hold you together when the lies press in. Put on the breastplate of righteousness, not to boast, but to guard your heart from guilt, fear, and shame. The enemy cannot pierce what I have sealed. Walk with your head held high, not in pride, but in awareness of who you are in me. I have not only forgiven you, I have restored you, redefined you, and reappointed you for purpose. This righteousness is your inheritance, your identity, and your armor. Let it shape how you see yourself, how you respond to challenge, how you carry yourself in a world desperate for authenticity and truth. You are not walking this path alone. As you ascend the spiritual heights I've called you to, you will find others walking beside you, those I've placed in your life for encouragement and accountability. Do not isolate yourself in fear or false humility. Community is part of my design. Share the weight, speak the truth, pray together, grow together, and know this: as long as you abide in me, you will never be shaken. Even when trials come, and they will, I have secured your steps. Even when storms rage, I will be your refuge. My righteousness is your shield. My truth is your compass. My spirit is your guide. In me, you are unshakable, not because of who you are, but because of who I am in you. So wear the robe, child. Let it remind you daily that you belong to me. Let it be the reason you walk with dignity, serve with humility, and love with conviction. You are covered, called, and consecrated. Stand firm and do not be moved. Let your heart take courage, child. You are not standing on uncertain ground. The heights I call you to are not a place of isolation, but of revelation. From this elevation, you will gain perspective, not just about your own journey, but about the purpose I have woven through every trial, every tear, every triumph. On the heights, you will see what was once hidden in the valley. You will understand the why behind the weight, the beauty within the broken, and the wisdom born from the wilderness. Many long to rise, but few are willing to be refined. My righteousness is not only a covering, it is a fire that purifies. To wear it is to yield to my shaping. It will expose what needs to be healed. It will call forth honesty in places you once guarded with fear. But trust me, this process is not punishment. It is preparation. For the mantle you carry is not light, but neither are you alone in bearing it. I go before you, and I walk beside you. Let my righteousness be your confidence, not the kind that boasts in self, but the quiet assurance that says, I am His. When others question your worth, remember who clothed you. When your own heart condemns you, remember who justified you. You are not defined by your performance, but by my promise. You are not held by your perfection, but by my perfection that lives in you. So do not shrink back. Do not trade your robe for rags of regret or garments of fear. Do not listen to voices that demand you prove your place. You are already seated with me in heavenly places. Walk in that authority, not to rule over others, but to serve with love, to shine with truth, and to remain unwavering in storms. Stand firm, my child, and know this: what I've clothed you with no man can take away. My righteousness is not borrowed. It is yours because I gave it, and what I give, I never revoke. Live as one who is already accepted. Fight as one who is already victorious. Love as one who is already free. My beloved child, there are moments when the road beneath your feet feels uncertain, when shadows stretch long across your path, and the weight of the journey becomes heavy on your soul. In these valleys, fear often whispers louder, doubt lurks close, and loneliness tightens its grip. But even here, even in the lowest, darkest places, I am with you. I am not far off, watching from a distance. I am right beside you, closer than the very air you breathe. You were never meant to walk alone through the valley of the shadow of death. The darkness may surround you, but it cannot consume you. Not when I am your light. Do you remember my promise? Though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you shall fear no evil, for I am with you. This is not a poetic notion. It is a divine reality. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. I lead you even when you cannot see the next step. I carry you when your legs grow too weary to stand. There is a sacredness in the valley, a place where you learn to lean into me more deeply, where your dependence on my presence becomes your lifeline. In the valley, your prayers rise raw and honest, and I receive them with joy. I do not despise your weakness. I do not turn away from your trembling. In fact, it is there in your most vulnerable moments that my strength is most fully revealed. My child, do not mistake the valley for abandonment. It is not punishment. It is not evidence that you failed. It is often the very place where I am forming in you a depth of character that mountaintops could never cultivate. I do not waste your pain. Every tear is counted. Every sigh is sacred. Every step is watched by me. When you feel lost, call my name. When you feel surrounded, remember, I have already surrounded you with songs of deliverance. You are never alone. My presence is your refuge, your protection, your peace. The enemy may roar, but I have placed a boundary he cannot cross. The night may seem long, but dawn is always coming. Even when you don't feel me, especially then I am nearer than you can comprehend. I am whispering peace into your storm, holding you when no one else sees your struggle. There will be times when your faith feels faint, when you question if you can go on. In those moments, look not at your strength, but at mine. I'm the one who walked through death and emerged victorious. I am the shepherd who does not abandon his sheep. I go after the one, I carry the broken, I bind the wounds. You may have stumbled, but I have not changed. I am still your father, still your rock, still your redeemer. Let me be your strength when you are weak. Let me be your song in the silence. Let me be your shelter from the storm. You don't have to pretend to be strong. You don't have to carry it all alone. I'm not disappointed in your pain. I enter into it with you. I am your refuge, not just when the sun shines, but when the clouds cover the sky and the rain doesn't stop. Lift your eyes, child. Even in the valley, you will see glimpses of my glory, unexpected kindness, sustaining grace, unexplainable peace. These are signs that I am walking with you. Do not fear what lies ahead. The journey may be long, but I am your constant. I am your guide. I am the one who brings water from dry ground and beauty from ashes. Even now, I am restoring your soul. Even now, I am preparing a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Even now, goodness and mercy are following you. Not because you earned it, but because you are mine, my beloved child. There is something I desire from you, not your perfection, not your performance, but your heart. I long not for brief moments of interaction, but for deep communion, a dwelling place within you that is sacred and constant. I do not knock on your door to visit. I knock to stay. I want to be more than a chapter in your story. I want to be the author, the breath between the words, the presence in every line. Too often, you have come to me only in moments of need, like a passerby seeking shelter in a storm. And I welcomed you each time because my love never tires. But now I'm calling you deeper, not a temporary refuge, but a lasting relationship. Not a fleeting encounter, but a full surrender. I want the keys, not just a spare. I want the whole house, not just a room. Will you trust me with it all? The parts of you that feel too broken to bring, the dreams you've tucked away for fear of disappointment, the sins you hide, the wounds you carry, the fears you silence. I already know them, and I do not turn away. I do not flinch or withdraw. I reach with compassion. I come with healing. When you lay it all before me, you give me room to move, to restore, to redeem what you thought was lost. There is nothing in you too dark for my light, nothing too twisted for my hands to untangle, nothing too far gone for me to bring back to life. But I will not force my way into your soul. Love does not coerce, it invites. So here I stand, knocking gently, persistently, lovingly. Will you open the door? Will you let me transform every room of your life? When you do, you will begin to see miracles unfold. Doors that were sealed shut will swing wide open. Relationships that once wounded you will be replaced with connections that heal. Forgiveness will flow like a river, first to you, then through you. What once felt stagnant will become a stream of purpose, and your life will begin to bear fruit in places that once lay barren. This is not about religion, it's about relationship. I'm not a distant deity. I am your father, your friend, your savior. I want to be the first voice you hear in the morning and the last one that comforts you at night. I want to fill the empty spaces, restore what's broken, and walk with you in every detail of your journey. You were never meant to carry the weight alone. The sorrow that clings to your spirit, the ache that rises without warning, the numbness that sets in when hope seems lost, give it all to me. I will trade you peace for anxiety, joy for mourning, and beauty for ashes, but I cannot fill hands that are still clutching pain. Let go, beloved. Place it all into my hands and watch what I will do. You've asked me for signs. You've cried for clarity. And here I am, speaking directly to your spirit. This is the moment of surrender, not because I demand it, but because you are ready. I see the longing in your soul, the hunger for more, the whisper that says, there has to be more than this. There is, and it begins with me at the center of your life, not just at the edge. So come closer. Don't just give me your Sunday mornings or your moments of desperation. Give me your everyday. Let me walk with you in the mundane, in the moments others overlook. Invite me into your thoughts, your decisions, your emotions. I want to be present, not just when you cry, but when you laugh. Not just when you struggle, but when you succeed. If you will make me the deepest desire of your heart, I will pour out blessings you cannot contain. Not just material provision, but deep peace, enduring joy, and purpose that wakes you up with excitement each morning. I am ready to do a new thing in your life. The question is, will you give me room to do it? My beloved child, there is a sorrow I see in your heart, one that words rarely touch and others rarely notice. It lingers like a shadow, showing up in quiet moments, in restless nights, in the way you sigh without meaning to. but I see it. I've always seen it. I do not overlook the silent ache inside you, the pain that doesn't scream, but steadily drains. Today, I come to remove that weight, not just to lift the burden, but to break the chains that keep it in place. The sadness you carry may not always have a name. It may come in waves, unexpected and uninvited. But no grief is too vague for my healing. No wound is too old for my hand. My spirit moves into the corners of your soul, where even you have stopped looking, where pain has built walls and silence has settled like dust. I speak life into those places. I speak light into that darkness. I speak joy into the sorrow you thought you would always live with. I am not asking you to pretend that everything is fine. I am not calling you to ignore the past or deny your struggles. I am here to redeem them, to rewrite what was stolen, to resurrect what died too soon. I am the God who turns mourning into dancing sorrow, into singing ashes into beauty. And I begin not by fixing the outside, but by healing the inside. Let me in. Let me reach that tender space that flinches from touch. You do not need to protect yourself from me. I am gentle. I am patient. I know how to hold what others have broken. When you open your heart to me, I pour in peace, not as the world gives, but peace that transcends understanding, the kind that steadies you, even when nothing around you changes, the kind that tells your soul you are safe. The chains that have bound your mind, the fear, the anxiety, the guilt, the shame are being shattered, not by your might, but by my spirit. You are no longer a prisoner to the past. You are not defined by your failures, your trauma, or the labels others placed upon you. You are mine, and whom the Son sets free is free indeed. Your freedom is not a concept. It is a present reality. Walk in it. Breathe it in. Declare it over your life. Today is the day of new beginnings. You are not the same person you were yesterday. I'm doing a new work in you, restoring the years the locusts have eaten. You may not see it all at once, but trust the process. Trust me. I will rebuild what has crumbled. I will replant what was uprooted. I will renew what was weary. Your soul is being refreshed even now. The fog is lifting. The light is returning. The hope that once flickered is becoming a flame. So rise, beloved. Rise in faith. Rise in purpose. Rise with joy that defies your circumstances. You have permission to be free. You have permission to dream again. You have permission to smile, to laugh, to live without waiting for the next disappointment. The future is not something to dread. It is something to step into with me by your side. Let go of the lies that say you'll always be broken. Release the voice that tells you to expect sadness. Your story is shifting. Your narrative is being rewritten by grace. Let me lead you forward, not in fear, but in hope. Let me teach you to walk again, not with hesitation, but with confidence. The ground is secure beneath your feet because I am your foundation. Every step you take now is a step into freedom. Every breath you breathe is soaked in grace. Every heartbeat carries the rhythm of redemption. You are no longer defined by what was, but by what is and what will be. And what will be is beautiful. My beloved child, you do not have to earn my mercy. It is already yours. My grace was never meant to be a prize for the perfect, but a gift for the sincere. You do not need to hide your failures from me. I saw them before you ever fell, and I still chose you. My love is not fragile. My forgiveness does not run dry. My compassion does not grow weary. I am the God of infinite mercy, and I am not ashamed to call you mine, even when you stumble. I do not expect you to walk this journey without struggle. I know your weaknesses. I see the war in your heart. But hear this, your weakness does not disqualify you. It invites my strength. I'm not waiting for you to be flawless. I'm asking you to be faithful. Bring me your heart, not perfect, but honest. Bring me your devotion, not without mistakes, but full of desire. I will do the rest. When the enemy comes to accuse you, remember who stands in your defense. I am your advocate. I am your shield. I am the one who silences every lie with the truth of my love. The accuser may shout your failures, but I declare your redemption. He may bring up your past, but I point to the cross where your debts were paid in full. You are covered, cleansed, and claimed. So walk in faithfulness. Keep showing up. Keep trusting me, even when you don't see immediate results. Your consistency matters. Every moment of obedience, every prayer whispered in the dark, every small act of love is seen by me. I do not overlook faithfulness. What you sow in secret, I will reward in the open. What you entrust to me, I will protect. And when you walk in integrity, I will surround you with favor like a shield. Do not be discouraged when others misunderstand you or when progress feels slow. I am not watching a clock. I am working in eternity. I know the right time to exalt, to restore, to reward. Trust that my timing is perfect and your faith is never wasted. The path may be narrow, but it leads to life. And every step you take in obedience writes a testimony of courage, trust, and grace. Let your faith be rooted not in feelings, but in who I am. Let it be anchored not in outcomes, but in my unchanging promises. I will make a way where there is no way. I will open doors no man can shut. I will raise you up when the world tries to tear you down. And I will walk beside you, not only in victory, but through every valley in between. There will be temptations to give up, to compromise, to follow the easier path. But you were not created for comfort. You were created for covenant. You were made to walk with me, not perfectly, but faithfully. And when you do, I will place my hand upon your life in a way that no enemy can undo. So take heart, beloved. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. My grace is sufficient for today, and my mercy will be new again tomorrow. Just stay with me. Keep your eyes on me. Be faithful in what I've placed before you, and you will see my favor will follow. My presence will lead, and my purpose for your life will be fulfilled. My child, even when your steps falter, my commitment to you does not. I do not recoil when you fail. I lean in closer. My grace does not recoil in disgust. It rushes in with healing. I don't ask you to be fearless, only faithful. There will be days you feel weak, unsure, and afraid, but still return to me. Still hold on. Still believe. Your loyalty in quiet places matters. Your integrity behind closed doors matters. Your devotion when no one sees it matters. I see. I reward. I remember. And in the moments when guilt tries to drown you, when shame whispers, you're not enough, remind your soul of this truth. My grace is greater than your worst day. My mercy outlasts your rebellion. My blood speaks louder than the voice of the accuser. You may think you're too broken, too inconsistent, too far gone, but I delight in using those the world overlooks. I delight in crowning the humble, strengthening the lowly, and lifting up those who simply say yes when others run away. It's not about what you've done, it's about what I've already finished. So take heart, child. Lift your eyes. I know your heart. I see your tears. I count your sighs. You are more than your struggle. You are more than your doubts. You are more than your past. You are mine. And if you remain in me, I will carry you through every fire and flood. I will lead you into green pastures. I will anoint your head with oil and overflow your cup. This is not the end of your story. It is the foundation of something greater. Trust in my process. Stay faithful in the waiting. Watch as I make streams in your desert and roads through your wilderness. I do not waste pain. I turn it into purpose. I do not abandon the faithful. I crown them with glory. Your only task is this: stay near. Keep believing. Be faithful in the little. I will take care of the rest. My beloved child, you are standing at the threshold of a new season, a season unlike any other you've known. This is not just a transition in time. It is a spiritual shift, a divine invitation into breakthrough. The heavens have declared it, and the blessings have already been released. What you've prayed for, wept for, waited for, it is near. It is not delayed. It is not denied. It is here, waiting for you to step forward in faith. But as you enter this new season, I call you not to step timidly, but boldly. This is not a time to shrink back or second guess. This is a time to rise to speak, to fight not with the weapons of the world, but with the sword of my word. I have not left you defenseless. I have given you truth to stand on promises, to wield, and authority to walk in. You are not a bystander. You are my chosen warrior. Do not fear the battle. I have already gone before you. The giants you face are no match for the power that lives within you. The walls will fall, the chains will break, and the enemy will flee, not because of your strength, but because of my presence. I am with you in every step, and where my spirit is, there is victory. You've been trained in the hidden place. The tears you've cried have been seeds. The pain you've endured has been preparation. The silence you've walked through has formed a strength in you that cannot be shaken. And now I'm calling you forth. I have anointed you to lead, to stand, to carry the light into dark places. You are not here by accident. You are part of my plan to bring transformation. I have placed you in your family, in your generation, for such a time as this. You are not insignificant. You are a key. You are a gatekeeper. You are a voice that will break cycles and declare life where there has been death. Through you, I will bring healing to others. Through you, I will awaken faith. Through you, I will restore what the enemy has tried to destroy. The new season will not be without resistance, but you are not alone. You carry my spirit, and with him comes power, love, and a sound mind. I will give you discernment when things seem unclear. I will give you wisdom when decisions are heavy. I will give you strength when the days are long. Lean on me, and you will not fall. Now is the time to cast aside the garments of doubt and hesitation. Put on the armor of light. Let your faith speak louder than your fears. Let your obedience be swift, your worship be fervent, your heart be fully mine. I have called you out of the wilderness and into promise. I have broken the chains that held you back. Now walk as one who has been sent, who has been chosen, who is beloved. This is your time to lead, not with pride, but with purpose, not with fear, but with fire. You are a standard bearer, a light on a hill, a vessel of my glory. Do not let the opinions of man define your assignment. Do not let past wounds disqualify your calling. I have placed my hand upon you, and what I ordain, I sustain. You are stepping into the fulfillment of promises spoken long ago. You are walking into a harvest prepared for you. And as you go, know this: I will go with you. I will fight for you. I will establish you. You will see miracles. You will see reconciliation. You will see my glory fall in places once barren. So go forward, my child. This is your season of release. This is your moment of destiny. And I am with you always. Remember, beloved, a new season does not just come with open doors. It also requires a renewed mind. Let go of the mindset that has kept you in survival mode. You are no longer just trying to endure. You are called to overcome. You are no longer wandering. You are being led. The wilderness has done its work, and now the promised ground awaits. But it must be walked in faith, one step at a time. Don't look back. Don't allow the failures of yesterday to shape your expectation of tomorrow. I am doing a new thing. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way where there was no way, rivers in the desert paths through the storm. Set your heart like flint. Fix your eyes on me. There is no turning back. Speak life, child. Speak my word into your atmosphere. Use the sword I've given you, not to harm, but to cut through confusion and lies. Decree my promises over your family, your work, your mind, your future. What you speak in faith has the power to shift reality, because when my word is in your mouth, heaven moves. I have surrounded you with angels, appointed intercessors to lift you up and establish boundaries the enemy cannot cross. But you must agree with me. You must walk like you are chosen. You must worship like victory is already yours, because it is. Your generation needs your fire. Your family needs your faith. This world needs the light that only you can carry. You are not a mistake. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be to begin this next chapter, anointed, equipped, and ready. So do not shrink back. Do not wait for another sign. This is it. I am the one calling your name. I am the one opening the door. Now go, and I will be with you always, even to the end of the age. My beloved child, as you step into the blessings I have prepared, there is one thing I must whisper to your heart. Remain humble. The season you are entering is filled with favor, opportunities, and answered prayers. But with promotion comes pressure, and with elevation comes the temptation to forget who brought you here. Do not let the gifts I give become greater in your eyes than the giver himself. I have seen many start in surrender, but drift into pride when blessings came quickly. Pride is silent, at first subtle and slow, but it creeps in, disguising itself as confidence, self-reliance, or independence. It steals my glory and replaces it with ego. It makes your heart hard, your ears dull, and your spirit distracted. This is not the way of those I entrust with influence. I have chosen you not only to receive my love, but to reflect it. You are my vessel. Through your life, I want others to encounter my gentleness, my justice, my compassion. Let the way you speak reveal my patience. Let the way you forgive show my mercy. Let the way you serve express my humility. The highest call is not to be great. It is to become small in my presence, so I can be great through you. Power without purity is dangerous. Influence without humility is hollow. Gifts without love are meaningless. So guard your heart. Keep it tender before me. Let nothing numb your need for my presence. The moment you believe you can sustain yourself without me is the moment the light begins to fade. I am the vine, you are the branch. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not measure success by applause numbers or status. Measure it by obedience. Measure it by love. Measure it by how closely you've stayed to my word, how faithfully you've walked with me, even when no one else could see. Heaven's scale is not like the world's. I look at the heart, not the highlight. Stay rooted in Scripture. Let my word anchor you when success tempts you to drift. Meditate on my truth, even when all is going well. The enemy waits patiently for a moment when your guard is down, but a humble heart is always watchful. A surrendered soul is always safe. Invite me into your decisions, even the small ones. Seek me when the path is clear, not just when it's dark. Pray not just for blessing, but for purity. Ask not just for favor, but for faithfulness. I do not seek performers. I seek worshipers in spirit and in truth. I do not use the proud. I elevate the meek. You are not blessed because you are better. You are blessed because I am good. Every open door, every answered prayer, every miracle is a testimony of my mercy. Never forget that. And when others praise you, turn their eyes to me. Point them to the one who formed you, called you, and fills you each day. Stay low, serve much, love deeply. Let your hands remain open, your knees remain bent, your heart remain soft. That is how you carry the weight of glory without it crushing you. Let me remind you of my son, who, though he was equal with me, chose the path of humility. He washed feet, he touched lepers, he sat with the broken, he was silent when falsely accused. He forgave even as nails pierced his hands. This is the model I give you, not for weakness, but for greatness in my kingdom. For the last shall be first, and the servant shall lead. Beware the subtle shift in your heart when praise from others begins to feel like validation. Let every compliment become a crown you lay at my feet. Let every success be an offering of thanksgiving. You are never more in danger than when you believe you are fully in control, and you are never safer than when you remain desperate for my guidance. Humility does not mean thinking less of yourself. It means thinking of yourself less. It is walking in full confidence of who I've made you to be, while giving all glory to the one who made you. It is boldness wrapped in reverence, authority clothed in surrender, and humility makes room for more. I give grace to the humble. I pour out wisdom on the teachable. I promote the one who bows low. So stay teachable, stay open to correction. Do not resist the voice of conviction, for it is my kindness calling you deeper. I discipline those I love not to condemn, but to align you with greater purpose. In this season of blessing, protect your atmosphere. Surround yourself with those who fear me, who challenge you to love more, serve more, and seek me more. Do not chase recognition. Do not fight for position. What I have for you cannot be taken by anyone else. Your portion is secure. Your name is known in heaven. Walk humbly before me, and you will walk powerfully before others. Live not for applause, but for eternity. Seek not to be celebrated, but to be consecrated. And I will continue to entrust you with more, because your heart can carry the weight of my glory without distortion. This is how you remain a vessel of my love, a life poured out, not puffed up, a soul emptied of pride, so it may be filled with grace. Never forget this truth. Pride distances, but humility draws you closer. A prideful heart begins to resist correction, reject community, and slowly shut out the quiet voice of my spirit. But a humble heart remains tender, quick to listen, quick to repent, and quick to obey. This is the heart I can trust, the life I can use, the vessel I will fill. If you find your heart growing cold, your words becoming sharp, or your soul growing restless, even amidst success, pause. Come to me. Let me search your heart. Let me show you the hidden places where pride may have crept in unnoticed. I do not reveal to shame, I reveal to heal. And when you confess with sincerity, I will restore you with grace upon grace. Remember the prayers you once prayed when you were still waiting, still hidden. Remember the promises you made when you had nothing but faith. Do not forget the hunger that kept you on your knees. Let that same desperation keep you there, not for survival this time, but for surrender. That posture, child, is the secret to lasting anointing. I will continue to pour out my favor upon your life, not to elevate you above others, but so that through your life, others may be lifted. Your platform is not for your name. It is for my name. Your light is not for attention. It is for direction to show others the way back to me. Stay small in your own eyes and great in your love. Stay simple in your mission and deep in your worship. Stay uncluttered in your mind and pure in your motives. This is how you will finish well, not just start strong. So now, beloved, I bless you with the kind of humility that heaven honors, a humility that doesn't shrink back, but bows low while standing firm, a humility that burns with holy fire and walks with gentle grace. Let this be your strength. Let this be your covering. Let this be the fragrance of your life before me. My beloved child, you may feel as though your life is a collection of broken chapters, scattered incomplete, full of pain and unfinished dreams. But let me remind you, I'm not just a silent observer of your story, I am its author. Every word, every pause, every twist and valley has passed through my loving hands. I am not absent from the plot. I am deeply involved in every page. The trials you have faced, the wounds that have marked you, the nights you thought you wouldn't survive, none of it is wasted. I will use them all. They are being rewritten into testimonies of grace. What once felt like the end will become the beginning of a redemptive arc you never expected. Where others see scars, I see stories that glorify me. You are not defined by what hurt you, but by how I healed you. Your journey may not look like what you imagined. The delays, detours, and disappointments may have shaken your confidence, but I'm still working even when you cannot trace my hand. I'm behind the scenes, orchestrating restoration, preparing provision, aligning people, opening doors, and softening hearts. You don't always see me, but you will see the fruit of what I'm doing in my perfect time. I'm healing the places you thought would always hurt. I'm breathing life into the dry places of your soul, and I am restoring the dreams you buried, thinking they were no longer possible. My child, nothing is beyond redemption. No loss is too deep, no mistake too final, no pain too powerful. I'm the God who brings life from death, hope from despair, and beauty from ashes. Do not rush the healing process. Restoration takes time, but it will come. Let me tend to your soul like a careful gardener. I am pulling out the roots of bitterness, pruning back what no longer serves you, and planting seeds of joy, peace, and purpose. In time, you will flourish again. You will laugh again. You will trust again. You will walk in freedom, not fear. Even now, I'm whispering peace to the storm inside you. You may not feel it yet, but keep walking. Keep believing. I honor the quiet kind of faith that refuses to quit. I honor the soul that clings to me in the silence. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to keep saying yes, yes to my process, yes to my timing, yes to trusting that I will come through. There will be moments where your faith will feel thin, like a thread barely holding. But even then, I'm holding you. Even when your prayers feel weak, they still reach me. Even when you question everything, my love for you is unquestionable. I will never grow tired of restoring you. I will never walk away in frustration. I am in this for the long haul because you are mine. So lift your eyes again. Let your heart rest in the knowledge that you are not abandoned, not forgotten, not overlooked. I have seen every tear and heard every silent cry, and I am responding not always in the way you expect, but always in the way that will restore you fully. Your soul is safe with me. Trust that the author of your story is not finished. I write in redemption. I specialize in miracles, and I will finish what I started in you. My beloved child, this is not the end, it is the beginning of glory. What I have started in you, I will surely bring to completion. I do not abandon what I build. I do not forget what I anoint. I do not forsake what I call. You are not walking into an uncertain future. You are stepping into the fulfillment of promises made before the foundations of the world. You were chosen. You were appointed. You are being sent. I have not brought you this far to leave you now. I go before you to prepare the way. I walk beside you to strengthen your steps, and I come behind you to guard and protect what I've established. You are surrounded by my presence. You are overshadowed by my glory. You are upheld by my hand. You carry more than purpose, you carry my presence. When you speak, heaven echoes. When you move, angels accompany. When you pray, mountains shift. The light within you is not small. It is the very flame of my spirit. So walk boldly, not in your name, but in mine. Go forth, not with fear, but with fire. The world around you may tremble. Darkness may grow louder, but do not be afraid. You are not called to blend in. You are called to shine. You are salt and light, a city on a hill, a voice crying out in the wilderness. You were never meant to live a quiet faith. You were born to carry my glory. So live like one who has been sent. Love like one who has been forgiven. Serve like one who knows the King. Let your life preach before your lips ever speak. Let your choices reflect my holiness. Let your compassion reflect my mercy. Let your presence shift the atmosphere because you are saturated in me. You will encounter resistance, but my power is greater. You will face weariness, but I will renew your strength. You will wrestle with doubt, but my promises are your anchor. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your feet on the path. Keep your heart in surrender. I will lead you to places you never imagined, to impact lives you've never met, for purposes beyond what you've dared to dream. And when you feel weak, remember I am your strength. When you feel small, remember I am your greatness. When you feel alone, remember I am Emmanuel. God with you. I have placed my fire in your bones, and you will not be silent. I have placed my breath in your lungs, and you will not run dry. This is your commissioning. This is your release. This is your hour to rise and walk in the fullness of who I made you to be. Do not shrink back. Do not apologize for the anointing. Do not doubt the calling. I have placed my word in your mouth and my authority in your hands. What you carry is holy. So now, my child, go. Go in faith. Go in love. Go in power. Go in peace. There is no territory too dark for your light. There is no stronghold too fortified for your prayers. There is no heart too hard for your love. You are not a spectator of my glory. You are a carrier of it. I have entrusted you with influence, not to exalt yourself, but to exalt me. I have placed my fire upon your life, so others may find warmth, clarity, and conviction through your obedience. Stay low in posture, but high in purpose. Let your hands remain open so I can fill them, and your heart remain teachable so I can lead it. Where you go, the kingdom goes. Where you stand, I will establish ground. When you feel unsure, know that I have already seen the road ahead and made a way. I'm raising up a generation that walks not in fear, but in reverence, not in self-promotion, but in surrender. You are part of that remnant. You are not called to comfort, but to covenant. And covenant requires trust, even when the next step isn't visible. So take it. Take the step. Take the risk. Take the calling seriously. All of heaven stands ready to back your obedience. Miracles will follow you, not because of your power, but because of your position in me. Doors will open, not because of who you know, but because of who you walk with. Lives will be transformed, not by your words alone, but by the anointing that rests upon your life. I'm doing it, and I will get the glory. Do not dilute your voice to fit in with the noise of the crowd. I have not called you to echo. I've called you to declare. Let my truth be your banner, and my love be your language. You are an ambassador of another kingdom, walking in the authority of heaven, yet clothed in humility on earth. Let the world see what it looks like when a surrendered heart walks in full agreement with heaven. Let the darkness see what it means for a spirit-filled soul to take up space with boldness, compassion, and unwavering conviction. You are not just surviving, you are advancing. So move forward, not as one unsure, but as one affirmed. Not as one merely hoping, but as one sent. For the one who called you is faithful, and what he begins, he will finish in power, in glory, in fullness, and in perfect time.